Okay, so what we have today are properties of logarithms, and these are the first three properties that we're going to work with. They are the product rule, the quotient rule, and the power rule. And so let's look at these properties one at a time. So let me just cover this other stuff up, and let's look at the product rule and just try to get a sense of what that really means. So when you have a log of two products, x times y, you can separate them into log of x plus log of y. And I notice I have base here, base b, and that just illustrates the point. That that the basis has to remain the same for all of these logarithms. So as long as you keep the base the same, you can apply this rule. Log of x times y is really log of x plus log of y. Now I'm stating these rules right now without proof. I will prove each one of these individually in later videos. Okay? The second rule that we have here is the quotient rule, which is analogous and very similar to the product rule. It says that if you have a logarithm of x divided by y, then you can separate them into log of x minus log of y. Okay, and again, you have to keep the base the same. If this doesn't work, this does not work if they are using different bases. And the third rule that we're going to work with is what's called the power rule, which says that if you have the log of x to the power of y, so y is the exponent, then you can take y and make it a product. Okay, so it becomes y times log base b of x. In other words, bringing the exponent up to the front. And once again, I'm stating these right now without proofs, and the purpose of this video is to see these rules and use them. And in an earlier video, I will show you the actual proofs for this. Okay. And so with these rules in mind, let's try out just a couple of examples. Okay. So the first example that I have, and I'm going to ask to expand these logarithms. So for this first one, expand log base 2 of 8x. Okay. And so since I have a product here, 8 times x, we apply the product rule. So this becomes log base 2 log base 2 of 8 plus log base 2 of x. Okay. And if you remember from earlier lessons, log base 2 of 8, this is just a constant, so this comes out to 3 plus log base 2 of x. Okay. And so I've expanded it and I've simplified it as far as it can go. Let's try another one. How about, move this up here, the natural log of 4 divided by x. And if you notice here, this is our quotient rule at work. So this becomes the natural log of 4 minus the natural log of x. The natural log of 4 is some constant. I'm not going to write it in here because it's just going to be a very ugly looking number, and subtract the natural log of x. So this is about as simple as we can simplify it. Okay. And let's do one with exponents. So this one I'll say log of the square root of x. So this then is the same as writing the log of x to the 1/2. Okay, that's the main thing that we have to remember here. The square root of something is just that base raised to the half power. And now we apply the power rule, which says that if you have an expression with the power, you can bring the power in front. So it becomes 1/2 log of x. And the base in this case is 10, log base 10. And there you have it, three fairly straightforward examples on using properties of logarithms. Now in the next video, I'll show you how to work with a few more complicated examples of laws of logarithms.